All right, shirts and pants. Got to talk about this. Dave Martinez, Mike Rizzo out in Washington. Look, nothing shocks me in baseball just because when losing happens, people lose their jobs. But am I surprised on the timing? Yeah, a little surprised. And let me explain a little bit. The draft is next week. So you're okay with moving on and saying, Mike Rizzo, we don't want to have you make that pick. And also, we're fine with you being out of here. And usually when a team is struggling, though, the first guy that usually loses his job, it typically is the manager. You saw it up in Baltimore, right? Brandon Hyde lost the job. Was there other issues? Sure. But Hyde loses his job. I thought Dave Martinez could have been the one. But then you're wondering, did something happen internally here? Or was it just the Nationals ownership was going, you know what? I'm just over this losing. And the Nats, they had the second worst record in the National League. Right, and they were expected to not necessarily be these contenders, but they were supposed to be maybe that sleeper team that could contend. But I at least want to point this out. Mike Rizzo did cash in with that Soto trade. So whoever's coming in next to be the manager, GM, you have 3 All-Stars in the last 2 years just from that Soto deal. Wood and Gore were just selected today, and C.J. Abrams was an All-Star last year. By the way, James Wood, top 5 player in baseball in the next 2 years. If he's not, one by the end of this year. That dude is that dude. But yeah, you don't usually see a GM and manager get fired mid-season, especially the week before the draft where you have the number 1 pick, which is a franchise-altering selection. But here we are. And the Nats, they're going to have to try to pick it up here. But they do have some pieces in place for whoever does come in next. So, all right, we'll see what happens. You didn't have to wait until the trade deadline for things to get spicy. You just had to wait till July 6th. Talk to you guys soon.